I respect all the work that this body does. And a good judge takes seriously everything you do and reads everything put before him or her. You don't close your mind to any argument. You put on the robe, you open your mind. Originalism, textualism, whatever label you want to put on it. What a good judge always strives to do, and I think we all do, is strive to understand what the words on the page mean. Presidents make all sorts of arguments about inherent authority. They do. And that's why we have courts.
What is the purpose of the emolument clause?
The emoluments clause, Senator, is not a clause that had attracted a lot of attention until recently.
You wouldn't be hesitant to discuss the Fourth Amendment or the Fifth Amendment, would you?
Well, I'm hesitant to discuss any part of the Constitution to the extent we're talking about a case that's likely to come before a court, pending or impending. I care deeply about the law and an independent judiciary and following the rules of the law. And that's what commitment I can make to you. I can't promise you more, and I can't guarantee you any less.
Well, what worries me is you have been very much able to avoid any specificity, like no one I have ever seen before.
My Republican colleagues assumed the well-known courtroom strategy of never asking a question that could hurt their witness and made every effort to humanize you so that we know your love of fly fishing and rodeos and family.
This man is as mainstream as you will get. The bottom line here is we're taking the nomination process to a place it was never intended to go by the framers of the Constitution, and Alexander Hamilton would be rolling over in his grave.
I know in our civic culture today, there's a great pessimism about our government. I don't share that. I think this body still works. And for you to do your job, it's important that I don't do your job.
Once you let certain political interests achieve the kind of dominance that Citizens United has let them get, they can start to exert disproportionate control over Congress. And now Congress can't do that any longer because there's no longer a fair playing field. If the court can rebuild a fair and competitive playing field, then maybe we can do something about it.
I quote directly from your opinion, "From this direction we have concluded that the educational benefit mandated by IDEA must merely be more than de minimis." End of quote. This morning, the Supreme Court ruled on that standard that you established in the case. Here's what they said. In the case of Andrew F. versus Douglas County School District, a unanimous decision by the Supreme Court written by the Chief Justice. Quote, "When all is said and done, a student offered an educational program providing, quote, merely more than de minimis, close quote, progress from year to year can hardly be said to have been offered an education at all."
If anyone is suggesting that I like a result where an autistic child happens to lose, that's a heartbreaking accusation to me. Heartbreaking. But the fact of the matter is I was bound by circuit precedent.